Let's talk about plans. I am in Keldagrim and obviously I have a massive amount of grinding to do, and it makes sense to start with mining before the other grinds. Well, last episode I got all the way from 70 to 91 mining, crossing off one of the biggest chunk tasks here, but I still have about 20 million XP to get. However, there are a few different ways I can go about acquiring the smithing, crafting and fletching levels required. Should I smith mithril plate bodies for faster XP, or arrow tips for fletching? Should I just get 90 fletching or bank all the way to 99 for the future? Should I steal gems and make bracelets for money, or AFK the pipes in the blast furnace? So for that reason I have assembled a team of Masterplan masterminds. Maikeru, I heard you're pretty good with master plans. Do you want to start?
Alright, sure thing. Let's take a look then. Mining and smithing to expedite rolling. A boring and tedious endeavor. Master... Wait, Lunatar, you as well?
Okay, Josh, do you want to have a go?
Yeah, let me try one. Okay, master plan. Maximizing a surplus of crafting hours is surely meritable. Masochism. Sorry, I don't know what happened.
Okay, Tellacon, what's your version of the master plan?
Alright, so mining and smithing together. E-bagum.
What the heck did he just say?
What was that?
I think that's enough planning for now. Roll the intro. Okay, so seeing as I have to do all of this myself, here is the real master plan. Mining and smithing, then expect repairing pipes, lastly arrow notching. Although I am going to do crafting right now before I move on to smithing, so it's more like mobster slan? Maybe I'm not so good at this either. Anyways, the plan at the moment is to repair the pipes in the blast furnace all the way to level 89 for the amethyst dart tips, and then move on to the blast furnace and fletching. Repairing the pipes is about 50k XP per hour at peak efficiency using both of the pipes, or about 40k using one of the pipes if the other one is occupied, but realistically doing this for hundreds of hours while I AFK I'm gonna miss a lot of repairs, and the rate will be lower than that, but we'll just see how bad it is in just a second. As for the smithing, I banked about 2.4 million XP from the 70 to 91 mining grind at the Motherlode mine, which will land me at 92 smithing. And for the remaining 5 million XP, my best option will be to purchase mithril and coal from the blast furnace shop and smelt it to bars, then smith those bars into either mithril arrow tips or mithril plate bodies. This means buying and smelting 100,000 mithril and 200,000 coal, and smithing those 100,000 bars to mithril products. Quite a grind indeed. For the level 90 fletching requirements, I need a whopping 634,000 mithril arrow tips, which is about 43,000 mithril bars, leaving me with an extra 57,000 bars that I can make into either mithril arrow tips to bank 99 fletching for the future, or make into mithril plate bodies. A quick fun fact, the armor store on Yetizo buys mithril plate bodies for over the high alch value, which is extremely rare in RuneScape, so making mithril plate bodies this way and selling them to the armor store on Yetizo will net you 1,443 GP profit per plate body made. So making all 57,000 extra bars into plate bodies and selling them would net me a nice 20 mil profit. But it will take me a couple of hundred hours to get there anyway, so let's worry about the crafting and smelting goals first and then get into the nitty-gritty with the bars later on. So it is time to get crafting, but before I get into the pipes, I do have quite a bit of gems saved up from the mining grind, 600 sapphires, 400 emeralds and all of this other stuff as well. So I'm just going to cut all of the gems. I'm not going to make them into bracelets just yet, but I'm going to cut all of them and see. I should maybe get a level or maybe 2 levels even from these, and then we will move on to the pipes. Here we go, 71 crafting, only 18 more levels to go, and I am basically out of gems already, so I'm just gonna get this one level, not 2 levels, but yeah, there's still a nice boost I suppose. And that is the last of the diamonds, and let's cut the dragon stones as well. And there we go, that is all of the gems cut, and I did get 79k XP, so not too bad, not too bad. It is like a 2 hours of blast furnace pipe repairing, I suppose. Yeah, and that is a nice stack of gems. I don't know what I'm gonna use all these for, probably some jewelry later on, but right now I'm not gonna do anything with them. I do want to get into blast furnace pipe repairing. It's not really interesting content, really, so there's not going to be too many clips, unfortunately, but basically all you need to do is get a hammer, go to world 302 or 303. There's always a lot of people pumping for that strength XP right there, as you can see, and these pipes will burst quite often, so then you go ahead and click repair on one of the pipes. And it should burst right after again. There we go. So you just repair this again and again and again. Or you can position your camera so that you can repair both of the pipes if the other spot is not occupied as well. And yeah, this is going to be my life for the next about 100 hours or so. So yeah, I'll see you then. And this is basically the way you want to set up your camera. If you can see the guy's face pumping right there, then your camera is pretty much in the right spot. So you can keep your mouse in one spot, spam click, and yeah, this is it. This is it. I'm just going to take my mouse, I'm going to tape the bottom of it, and basically just spam click and watch some movies or something for 100 hours. It's going to be fun. There has been a surge of new content creators emerging from the one chunk game mode, myself included, and if you too have an idea for a series or a video you would like to make and try your hands at content creation, you should try out today's video sponsor Filmora, a powerful yet user-friendly editing tool that allows for seamless video creation. With Filmora you can directly record high-definition videos without interrupting the game, allowing you to adjust the recording status at any time. Using Filmora's built-in speed ramping page, you can slow down or speed up clips to build up the excitement before slowing down for epic highlights. Adding visual effects is the key for great videos, and Filmora offers over 3,000 of those, such as the RGB splitter most often used in PKing videos, seamless zooming in and out with keyframing, and the very handy split screen effect to compare these two clips or just use a cool effect as well. To top that off, with over 500 stickers you can choose from and the AI sticker generator, you can enhance your video's visual quality very easily. Another key part of content creation is the music and sound effects, and with Filmora you get access to over 20,000 music resources, the AI music generator, and over 10,000 sound effects. You don't need to go out of your way to find cool sound effects anymore, Filmora does it all for you. Filmora is an all-in-one screen recording and editing software that can be used to directly share your content to social media. Get into content creation today by clicking the link in the description and try it out for yourself. Thank you to Filmora for sponsoring today's episode. Well, it certainly has been a couple of days since the last clip, and as you can see, my XP per hour is about 28k per hour, so it's not too bad. 450k XP gained. And here is the first big milestone, level 80 crafting, and I cancelled the message. What do we even unlock at 80 crafting? I guess something useful, jewelry. Yes, you can now make dragonstone amulets. That is actually a chunk task for us, so we could go and do that, knock that out of our way. So basically what we need to do is create a dragonstone amulet in the Nadis Knot Furnace. It is an elite Fremennik diary achievement. Where is it? Right there. Create a dragonstone amulet in the Nadis Knot Furnace. So now we have the level, we have all the materials, we have 2 dragonstones from the mining grind. So let's go ahead and knock this chunk task out of the way. It's gonna be a very nice one to get right there. Dragonstone amulet unstrung, done, an elite task in the Fremennik area. It's been a long time since I have completed a chunk task, but it feels good. Unfortunately, this Amulet of Glory is not going to be an Amulet of Glory for a while. I need 68 magic for the level 5 enchant, which is not happening in at least a couple hundred more hours before I roll a chunk with some magic possibilities like CS Village maybe, or something else. But yeah, at least we have the Amulet ready to go whenever we get access to magic. And then back into the prison we go. So one thing that I haven't talked all that much about is our best in slot equipment after this chunk is done. You see here we have the Keldagrim rolled, 103 days since the last roll already, oh my god. But anyways, taking a look at the current best in slot, these are actually looking pretty good. Like, look at this melee set. Berserker helmet, full rune scimitar, obviously we're gonna get that as well. Granite shield, that's not too bad. For the ranging, archer helmet, yak hide, rune knives, I guess they are suggesting is the best one, and rune square shield, not too bad. Magic is a little bit lacking, but obviously we are going to get amethyst from this chunk as well, but we just can't use it, which is a little bit unfortunate. But if we check a couple of possible chunk rolls here, these are all the chunks that we have rollable at the moment. If we go, for example, to CS Village, let's unlock that. And then if we check our current best in slot, you can see we already have, in the melee set, we have an Amulet of Strength added here. Really good. Combat Bracelet, extremely good for combat. For ranged, we have an Amulet of Glory. I guess this is applicable for melee as well. The Combat Bracelet here as well. And the magic sees the biggest upgrades, I guess. Amulet of Glory, Staff of Air, Combat Bracelet, and obviously we get spells if we get into CS Village, which is really, really nice. And even further, if we get the Ranging Guild and Sorcerer's Tower, for example, just take a look at all of these upgrades that we're gonna get. The ranged especially is looking stacked. Archer helmet, Amulet of Glory, Ranging Cape trimmed, really good. We're gonna get the Ava's bonus, I think, from this. The Yakhide armor top, studded chaps, magic shortbow, amethyst arrows, combat bracelet, and boots of lightness. This is like a real ranging setup already. This is good. For the melee, nothing really changes all that much. Obviously, we get the skill cape, which is the best in slot, and the boots of lightness. And for magic, well, a magic shield, and nothing really else. But for the ranging specifically, those two chunks will be massive. Amethyst arrows and magic shortbow is a huge buff to a ranged DPS. That is obviously all just hypothetical. We don't have these chunks yet, and well, we'll see if we roll them or not. We might also roll something else, something worse or horrible, or something like this, which would be a massive grind as well. But let's not worry about that just yet, and let's just do our tasks, see what we roll in the future. I'm kind of hoping that we get these, even though these are long grinds, like 99 range, 99 fire making and everything, but you know, they are really fun grinds. And Katabi as well is not that bad of a chunk anymore, because we already have this crafting grind, so this is basically moot, I guess. And the fletching, we can maybe have 99 fletching banked if we wish, so this is not that bad either. So the infamous belt of death right here is not that bad anymore. We actually kind of want these chunks now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this kind of a little section of the current best in slots. TLDR, we are going to get really good equipment if we just get the Ranging Guild and the Sorcerer's Tower, or any other way of getting magic shortbows, so that we can use our amethyst arrows in the future. So one very nice quality of life thing that just came and actually raised my XP per hour by quite a bit is the recent update that you can now set your energy threshold to re-enable running. I set it to 20, so whenever my run energy is back to 20, it will re-enable running, which really does actually affect the XP per hour here. It's really nothing too major, but you know, any XP per hour boost that I can get when I have to repair like millions of pipes in here, I will take it. Oof, funny thing actually, I don't know, something has broken within RuneScape or the camera plugin or something, but whenever you click here, left clicks is also examine. So you can see in my chat box, you can read the furnace temperature here, 3,486 times I have clicked the examine, and 4,000 times hot air circulars through these. I don't know why it is left click examine, but that is what it is, I guess. But there is 85 crafting. You can now craft amethyst arrow tips. I think that's the first amethyst thing that we can do. And also the accursed scepter. I bet Frey would be proud of me, I hope. But yeah, let's take a look. 83 actually was amethyst bolt tips, so I can make bolts and arrow tips. And we also need 87 for the javelin tips and 89 for the dart tips. So it's still quite a while to go. But as you can see, 1.7 million XP gain, 26k at a time. Yeah, it's really not very efficient when I'm just clicking away and watching movies or something, but it's at least constant XP, so that's something. So let's go ahead and make those amethyst arrows. I'm not going to be able to use them, and I'm not actually going to be able to make them into arrows either, but I can make them into arrow tips, and that is all that matters right now. Chisel those up, 15 amethyst arrow tips right there, beautiful. So if we take the headless arrows, I think we need like 80 something fletching, 82 fletching to make them into amethyst arrows. It's gonna be maybe useful in the future when I get an MSB, but for now it's not any good. It's just, you know, for the accomplishment. And it is not even a chunk task. 4 more levels and then we can make the amethyst darts, and that is our chunk task. Another milestone, 87, crafting. That is a big level, usually for the Dogshan light orbs, so you can get some more crafting XP from your sand and molten glass, but for me it is the amethyst javelins that is the achievement here. Level 87, as you can see, amethyst javelin heads, 2 more levels for the dart tips, but I guess we could make some amethyst javelins if we wanted to. Although it's like I'm not gonna get a ballista anytime soon, so it's a bit redundant, I think. Oh my Jesus Lord Savior, 88 crafting, 1 more level and we are done. Members can now craft Huey buddies. I actually didn't even know that that is the level for Huey buddies, but yes, 1 more level and we are done with the crafting grind forever. I can't even talk anymore. I have been so focused on the crafting that I just, you know, it's horrible. I have been here for, I think, 130, 140 hours at this point. And there's still 20 or 30 more hours of this click, click, tick, tock. Lovely stuff. It is kind of crazy that I have clicked these pipes like, I think 80,000 times or something now. To repair them, I mean, I have clicked probably like 400,000 times. So yeah, it has been quite a slogfest, but it is finally coming to an end. The last crafting level is upon us in just a couple more repairs. Is this it? No, 1 more. There we go, 89 crafting. What a beautiful level. Members can now cut zenites, make zenite rings and craft amethyst dart tips. Nobody is usually very excited about the amethyst dart tips. Everybody wants zenites, but I am only interested in the amethyst dart tips. I don't give a shit about zenites at the moment. So yeah, it has really been 150 hours of just clicking pipes. Safe to say I have watched quite a few YouTube videos and quite a few series and movies, but it is done now, so I should still have 1 more amethyst right there. Let's finish off the crafting grind with a blast and make our final thing, the amethyst dart tips right there. That is crafting completely done. 2 out of the 4 big chunk tasks out of the way. We only have fletching and smithing anymore to do. And I am saying only very, very lightly here because those 2 are much longer than these 2 have been. So I think we still have a majority of the grind ahead of us, but anyways, that is really good. That is a big chunk task out of the way. And the funny thing is, amethyst darts are the only darts that you can make without the Taurus trap quest. I can't make them yet, I need the level 90 fletching, but for some reason you can make these without Taurus trap, but you cannot make any other type of darts without the Taurus trap, so I don't know what's the point there. But anyways, we still have some fletching and smithing to do, so let's get on with it. So as you can see, we have this very handy plugin called the Banked XP, and you can see that I have set here gold ore to 22.5 XP because I don't have the goldsmith gauntlets and I'm not gonna have them for a very long time. The iron ore is going to be set to steel bars. I'm not gonna make iron bars, I'm gonna make steel bars, and everything else is just to their respective bars. So this calculates all the XP that you need and you have banked, and as you can see I have 92 banked, 2.5 million almost. That is really good from the mining grind, but I still need about 5 more million XP, so that is about 100,000 mithril bars that I need in total. But luckily we do have the coal bag now, so that is going to be much better. And obviously blast furnace is pretty fast compared to the Yajizo grind that I did earlier, so I'm gonna do mithril and gold or any type of ore and gold at the same time because I can, you know, kind of double dip on the XP by just pouring gold and coal into the blast furnace at the same time, and then just whenever I get full on coal, I'm gonna put in some actual ores like adamantite or runite or iron or mithril or whatever. So that's gonna be the fastest XP that I can get. I think it's not too bad even without staminas. It should be like maybe 60-70k per hour just smelting these, and obviously anvil smithing is pretty fast. Now that I have needed node, I think I have a decent anvil there. So this is the method. There's really nothing. If you have ever done blast furnace, you probably know how this works, but I just drop the gold, drop the coal in there, and then I am actually going to need a bucket because I don't have ice gloves either. That's just so much more annoying than doing normal blast furnace, and even normal blast furnace is not exactly the most fun activity out there, but well, anyways, that's basically what we do. So now we are full on coal in the blast furnace, so I need to pick some ores. I think I'm just gonna start with the runite, then move on to adamantite, and then mithril and steel later. And I think each runite takes 4 or 6 coal maybe. I think it's 6 actually, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I think it is 6 coal per runite, so that's gonna be a lot of coal used for these 300 bars, but it is pretty amazing to have 26 runite bars right here in my inventory. Look at that. So much money, so much rune arrows or whatever I want to make out of these. And obviously we need to make the full runite set for our chunk task, but that is our first runite bars on the account. Just take a look at the price here, you know, 78k high elk value, 320k GE average. Oh my lord, that is beautiful. I'm gonna be rich. And that is the last of the runites, 334 runite bars. Not too bad, a decent chunk of smithing XP, and it's gonna be really good for rune arrows. I think I'm gonna make out of them. I don't really need money all that much, so rune arrows is probably the way to go. But let's go ahead and move on to adamantite. A quick little update. I am about 8 hours deep into the blast furnace at the moment. Now I'm using adamantite and gold at the same time, and it's a little bit slower XP than runite and gold, but it's still pretty good. And the callback is actually really good, really amazing for this. I'm really happy that I got motherlode mine and blast furnace in the same chunk. I guess that was kind of obvious that I'm going to get them in the same chunk, but anyways. And the XP per hour, as you can see here, is 82k with Addy and gold, so that's actually not too bad at all. It's actually pretty good. And there's our first level, 89 smithing. Only 9 more levels to go, or I guess 10 more levels if I want to get all the way to 99. I don't know, should I? Or should I not? Just tell me in the comments. Should I get 99 smithing in this chunk or leave it for a future chunk? But yeah, as I said, we are about halfway there. Only 4,000 gold more to go, 2,000 adamantite more to go, and then we are done completely with Addy as well. And then we just have mithril and iron to go, and then we need to start buying some mithril and coal from the blast furnace shop because I am gonna be running out of ores. Well, it is a sad but still a beautiful day. These are the last Addy bars that I am going to make in the blast furnace for quite a while because they don't sell Addy ore, and that is 6,004 Addy bars right there. 375k smithing XP banked right there, which should get me to level 90 smithing at least, so that's pretty good. Only a couple more gold ores to go, and then we are completely done with gold and Addy in the blast furnace. And that is the last of the gold ores as well. So now we just have mithril and iron to go. And that's going to be the long part. Even though I have done like, let's see, how many bars do I have? That's about like 20k bars or something. I still need to get like 80 or 90k more bars and then smith all of them and then fletch a lot of them into arrow tips and then fletch all those arrow tips into arrows actually. So I just did the math again. I just need to smelt and smith all of this up and we are gonna be 92 smithing, and then I need to buy and smelt 62,000 mithril ore and 124 coal ore respectively. So that is a thing for the next episode, I think. This has already been a couple of 100 hours of progress right here. But I do hope you enjoyed the episode. It might have been a little bit shorter one than previous ones because there's really not that much content in just clicking pipes and clicking the blast furnace, but I hope next episode we are gonna have a lot of progress as well, maybe even a chunk roll. So if you did enjoy, like the video and subscribe. I'm still hunting that 20,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And as always, a special thank you to all the channel members, especially 708, Titus, Grayson, Kai, Digidog SP and Farcasted in the Steel tier, and Acons to Earth and Northern Ironman in the Runite tier. I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.